Yep.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bigger and More podcast. I'm T-Bird, and with me, of course, is Jaden.
What's up, fellas?
All right.
Howdy.
Shawn's out this week. He's got some wrestling stuff going on for the kids. So we welcome back Justin. And then
Howdy.
we got Double B popping his cherry on the video. Long
Howdy.
timer.
Howdy, fellas.
Yes. From the previous seasons, but first time popping his cherry on the video. So welcome, B. Appreciate you filling in last minute, you too, Justin.
Thanks for having me. Shameless plug.
I'm
There
glad
you
I
go.
could be there for you,
Humble brag.
unlike other people.
Is that an Adam joke?
I think that's an Adam joke.
All right. Just a little heads up. Kind of got some storms going on here over at my place, so apologize for the internet being a little shoddy tonight. It's actually no one else's fault this time. It's mine. So we'll try and make do. If there's a bit of a lag, I apologize. But
Can't blame Shawn this
so anyways, yeah.
So what you're saying is it's a deal?
It's gonna be a deal. Yeah, I think
Right.
it's gonna be a deal all night. But okay, Northwestern win. Fucking ugly again. But it's a win. We have a winning record now at 4-3, which first time since 2019.
Well, no, first time this late in the season we've had a winning record. We were 2-1 in 2021.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What was the last time we were 4-3?
18? No, 17.
Yeah, something like.
Was it Riley's year where we were elevated to number 7, or we were better than that? Though,
2016 maybe was the last.
Yeah.
A long damn time.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, let's just go ahead and recap our thoughts on the game. B, since you're popping your cherry on for this season, why don't you go ahead and give us your thoughts on the game?
Well, like you said, it wasn't pretty, but one thing I could kind of say about that game compared to the past couple years was I never felt like we were going to lose. You know, with the last guy in charge, it seemed like we'd be up by 10 or 11, and you still didn't know if you were going to win the game. I never felt like we were in danger of losing. Now, was it fun to watch that game? No. I mean, but at this point, if people are going to bitch about wins, it's like, come on, this team's learning how to win. So that's what caught my attention.
Justin?
What was the question? Sorry, 2016, we were 7-0 at this point.
He was doing research.
4-3. Yes.
Nice.
That's
yeah, he's running like 4 screens over there.
Yeah.
He's fancy.
So
what was your recap on the game?
A win's a win. Is it pretty? No. Do we have the right pieces in place yet? Not really. I mean, our offensive line just got decimated. Roll-ups and things like that. So I know we make fun of, Corky and Piper and Ben Hart and all those guys. So
y'all got your wish.
Yeah, but you don't want it like that.
Yeah.
They're still Huskers, right? You don't want them hurt.
Right.
But now, hey, let's see what the young guys, the coaches said in the meetings, the press meetings this week. Hey, we know what they can do in the scout team. We just didn't want to use them yet. I'm like, okay, so if you're saying we got talent, then let's start using it, put it in place. And hopefully.
Jade? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope,
It was delayed. My bad, dude. This is going to be a fucking deal. God damn it. My bad.
Yep. You're so delayed.
Let's drink every time Andrew messes up.
Hold on. I'm going to have to go get another bottle.
Yeah.
So were you talking to me? I didn't.
Yeah, Jade.
Yeah.
You cut out.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, like B was talking about. Never did I expect, watching that game, did I expect us to lose, even though it was ugly. Even the 2 interceptions right off the bat. I mean, still holding to 3 points out of both those both those interceptions. So it was ugly. My offense has a long ways to go. And did anybody else feel like maybe we should have at some point brought in Jeff Sims just to see what he do? Because that's kind of what I felt like. It just seems so stagnant right now. They're just not, outside of the one long touchdown pass to Malachi. It just didn't look good. I don't know if this offense knows what their identity is right now, and maybe they'll figure that out. I don't know, but and injuries. I mean, how many starters have we lost for the season? I mean, this is getting bad, but
8 of the
it'll
11,
prepare us for next year. I'll tell you that.
8 of the 11 starters on
8 of 11.
game of first game are out.
Wow. I mean, and the fact that that's happening and we still find ways to win is impressive.
Well, I think it's just giving them faith that, like, hey, we can screw up, and we know what our screw ups are, so we can start overcoming them.
Well, I think what it's doing is it's all those close games under Frost. The thought was, God, these guys need to learn how to win, and they just couldn't do it. Well, we're not winning any beauty pageants this year, but we're winning games, so they're starting to get that confidence. And like Jade and I said, never once felt like we were going to lose Saturday. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I didn't think it was go put in Jeff Sims. I didn't. And then I don't know. I kind of felt like we were gonna lose that game, to be honest with you. But why are you laughing? Is it that bad? It's like as
It's
it's
bad.
all audio and none of my
About
videos
3
coming through, or
seconds.
what?
You're like 5 seconds behind.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, you guys just keep talking while I try to figure this out.
You're all right. I'm slow anyway, so 5 second
Go
head
ahead.
start.
I'll just
it
host.
helps
You
me
guys do
out,
all the
so.
talking. You're fine.
All right, what about the defense? I mean, they look pretty stout up front.
Yeah, they look good. They've looked good all year though. And what is his name? James Williams, is that right? The walk on.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, I mean, they just brought him up from the scout team on Wednesday, and I remember seeing him in the backfield. I'm like, I didn't even know who that was. I'm like, usually I don't. I always know who everybody is, and I'm like, who the hell is that? So that was kind of cool to see.
Well, yeah, I was watching Husker Online with Callahan and Sip and Robin, and they're like, I had to start going like, I don't know who that is out there, and those guys do it for a living and have all that. So I have to admit, I watched the. I didn't watch the game live. I already knew what the score was when I was watching it. So because I went up to.
That's a good. Sorry,
Nope.
That's a good problem to have. Like back in the day, my old ass was watching the Huskers. We get an insurmountable lead, and you put guys in that you never saw before. Not the same circumstances as today, but it's nice to see more kids get the reps.
Yeah, I think Rule's doing a really good job of managing the 4-game redshirt rule. I mean, he made a comment of like, we're not going to waste them for like 6 plays in one game and kill their eligibility and then have to use them down the road. So I think he's very strategic in how he's using it. So you got to be happy with that. I mean, at least he has a plan kind of organized.
Yeah, he's not going to put him in for just a series or so. If he's going to play, he's going to play. Even if it is just for the 4 games, he's at least going to play a meaningful amount of snaps. And I mean, that makes sense to me. I mean, it's a good way to do it.
Can I ask, is anybody concerned, or are you sold on the 3-3-5? And reason I'm asking is against anybody else besides Michigan. I mean, it's been lights out. So we know with the games coming down the pipe here, Maryland will probably have the most dynamic offense that we're going to face. I don't think Maryland is on the same level as Michigan, but what do you think going forward? Do you like this defense?
I love it. I think it's working. Obviously, outside, like you said, outside of Michigan, but this week they actually had five down linemen for most of the game. So they're going to change it up to match what they're seeing. So it's pretty versatile defense in my opinion, and I'm good with it.
Yeah, I think that Joker or flex or whatever that linebacker or safety hybrid position is.
Called
Pelini called it a Joker back in the day, right?
Peso, I thought.
Is that what it's called now?
No, that was the name of the defense. I can't remember what it's called now.
Anyway, I like that. I mean, could you imagine if JoJo played that for 3 years? I mean, he would be awesome.
Mhm.
He's the perfect size of speed, size, can cover people, can like stand up on the line. That position, I think, is going to be key to that whole defense.
Yeah.
You
Well,
you get a baller in that position that's smart. That's going to make everybody else around him better.
wasn't that what Isaac Gifford is?
I think so. Yeah.
And how about that play where it looked like they were just gonna either third down, and they threw that little screen pass to the running back, and there was like three guys.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that he got off those and made this. I mean, that was probably the most impressive play of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he ran. He had the pulling guard and center for tackle.
And a wide receiver was, I think. Well, I can't remember if there's a wide receiver. I don't know. There was either 2 or 3 guys out there with him.
Yeah,
and he got around him. Yep.
And I think even aside just from, not scheme wise, but just how this team swarms to the ball and tackles. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's actually football again,
Yeah. Yeah. We hadn't seen that in years because last year, every guy was every man was by himself on that defense trying to make a tackle. There was no gang up. There was just, you're on your own. You're on an island.
Yep.
That's amazing what tackling in practice can do for you.
Yep. I heard somebody this week, I can't remember who it was, said they've been to a bunch of practices around the country this year, and there's only one team that practices harder than Nebraska, and that's Georgia.
Was it the guy from Michigan?
It might be. I can't remember.
You mean the guy with the binoculars?
Yeah.
The cheater, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he goes to the games. He doesn't go to practice.
Okay.
Connor Stallions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his name? Connor
think
Stallions.
It sounds like your porn name.
Hey, that's a different podcast, sir.
We'll save that for the and more someday.
All right. That delay was awkward. Yeah.
Starting to catch up a little bit, T. We're getting
Sorry, don't mind me. And I'm just interrupting your guys' smooth stream here.
It's all right. Someone has to
It's
play the
shitty
role of
over
Shawn tonight.
here right now. Weather sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should
It's been raining here all day, too.
Restarted my router before we.
Yeah, maybe that would have done it, but
Yeah. No, it was probably. Oh well. All right. What do you guys? So with all the injuries piling up, we've lost depth. Obviously, what do you guys think about having to get some of these freshmen in there, or some of these other guys we don't know about?
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, like
Anyone?
I said earlier, I
Bueller?
pointed out earlier. I think it's a good thing. It ain't really gonna. They're gonna get reps this year, and it'll only help us down the line. I don't know. They're good. We have a ton of depth, actually, if you look at it. Mostly a lot of walk-ons too. But to get them in there, during not during blowouts, but during actual game where it matters, I think will make a huge difference going down the road.
You put their feet to the fire. I mean, that you can't replicate that in practice. Game speed, as much as you like to think you can. I mean, putting them out there in plays that matter. Realistically, are we going to win the Big Ten this year? No. Are we going to play in what are those what are the bowl games they call on New Year's Day? Because we haven't played one for a long time. Well, we haven't. But I'm saying
Oh,
this is the year to put those kind of players in and get some good meaningful reps, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
so
agree with
you
both
said
of
we
you.
can't. So you said we can't win the Big Ten,
Well, I
right?
said
So you said we can't
we're
win the
not.
Big Ten. Well, the Big Ten West is wide open, and then we could have a fluke game in the championship.
If that happens, I'll do something. You come up with what I'll do, and I'll do it if that happens.
All of Michigan and Ohio State would have to have the flu.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm like going getting game reps
Or
is not a bad thing. So I, you know, and we can use that to judge like whether they're worthy of being at Nebraska, right? Like, hey, you're recruited. You're supposed to be X amount of good. You're either that good, better, or worse, right? And then you can know, hey, this is where we need to hit the portal at. This is where we need to recruit at. This is where we need to do because we know what we have. So just to piggyback on what B and Jaden says, yeah, I mean, I like it. And Andrew,
so let's look at this scenario. God damn it. Okay, so you guys go off on this one. What's the path to us to the us winning the West, right? And then if we do win the West and go to the Big Ten championship, what if we play against Michigan and then at the end of the year, Michigan's wins are negated for cheating and we automatically become Big Ten champions?
That'd be a hell of a story.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But
mean,
right now,
there.
right now we control our own destiny. Technically, if we win out, we go to the Big Ten West championship game. Am I right? Because everybody's got.
When Illinois beat Maryland, that opened my eyes to say, we can. Maryland was the team on the schedule left that really scared me with their athletic ability on offense. But I mean, with our defense, we should be able to hold them. I would like to think, but
If we went out and Minnesota wins out, wouldn't they have the tiebreaker?
Yeah, that's the only thing. But Minnesota, I think, has couple pretty tough games, if I recall. Maybe Ohio State or Penn State or no, they were something, but
Okay.
pretty
I'll
much.
I'll check here.
I guarantee Minnesota's going to lose at least one more. But then again, I can also guarantee that Nebraska's probably going to lose one more. It's just going to happen. As many injuries as we've had, I cannot foresee us winning out. There's no way. Not in my mind.
Okay, Minnesota plays Michigan State, Illinois, Purdue, Ohio State, and Wisconsin to end the year.
Yep.
I knew they played one of the big teams out of the East.
Yeah, and they're at Ohio State, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, to follow up on T's question about Michigan, if they did get their wins revoked, would that technically give us a Big Ten championship? I don't know if it would.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know is really not a test case or something like that, is there? I mean,
I don't think.
what about?
no, when USC got stripped of all those games with Reggie Bush,
right.
We still lost, right? When they beat us.
We didn't play.
we didn't
didn't
play with
play.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was there. Sorry.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, that's never happened before that I know of. So it would. It's an interesting question. It really is. What would happen?
I mean,
It could be. Sorry. It could be like the Class A title 2 years ago.
We would
here in
get the win
Nebraska,
during
where
the
they just
regular
vacated it.
season too.
Well, do they give you the win, or they just consider it a no contest?
They would probably give us the W, but not the championship.
Yeah.
Like say, hey, you won the Big Ten championship game, but that's because of forfeit.
Well, if we got the regular season, if we got the regular season win back from them, though, that helps us to become Big Ten West champs. And this will be the last year of having a Big Ten West champ. So we'd be forever Big Ten West champs.
Yeah, but then we didn't play the Big Ten East champs because somebody else, Ohio State or Penn State, would win over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, you guys didn't really play. So they might just vacate the championship.
Yeah.
Just say,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might
like,
just.
we don't have a champion
Yep.
that year.
That would be my guess as to what they would even do.
I wouldn't want it that way anyway.
It's like kissing your sister. You don't want to do it. I'm waiting for Andrew to see how long it takes him to.
It took a good 5 seconds for him to figure that one out or hear that.
I heard you.
Yeah.
My laugh was delayed. Apparently. All right. You guys want to talk about the Purdue game coming up?
Sure.
We can do that.
I have not followed Purdue really at all this year, so I don't know. I don't know what they have.
They're not terrible. They're not good. They're not terrible. They're kind of close to what we are, but maybe a little worse. I can tell you this: they do have that Maccabee guys. You remember him? Was it last year? He had that breakout game against us, and now he's the leading running back for him. They tend to pass the ball a little bit more than they do rush it, and it could be just that they struggle to run the ball, kind of like we struggle to pass the ball. So why would we pass? They did have a pretty good win. I think they won by like 20 some odd points against Illinois. And then I can't remember who the other win was against. But then they put up a fight against Iowa. They only lost by 6 to Iowa. So I could see this being a struggle, especially with our injuries.
Yeah. Did you see the coach's comment? Because he grew up in Colorado and then coached at Illinois under Fat Ass. And he's just like, he goes, I hate that end. I hate the color red. I'm like, if that doesn't get anybody in the locker room ready to go out there and kick their ass, then you're not a Husker.
Well, and they had 2 weeks to prepare also, right? It's a bye week for them last week, I think. So,
Yep. So, like I said, I think this will be a tough game. I really do.
I think we're past the time of thinking, oh, this is an easy one. This is a W. I mean, that's gone out the window for me years ago because
I think we're 50-50 in every game except Maryland for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It's coin toss.
I just, this game's going to rely heavily on what our offense can do this game with all the offensive linemen out. Are we going to be able to run the ball at all? Are we going to be able to have time in the pocket to even pass? I mean, is the weather supposed to be better? It's not supposed to be raining, is it? Cold? It's supposed to be colder.
I think it's 40s, I think.
Not rain, because the rain would really kill us. Well,
Purdue, they allow 153.6 yards a game.
Yep.
Total.
Yeah, rushing.
Yeah, rush yards.
Okay.
Pass yards, they allow 241.
Yep. Their offense is better than ours. They average 371 yards a game to our 329. We are, one of the worst offenses in the country.
Yep.
105th in the country. It's sad. Scoring offense is even worse. I mean, we are 119th in the country, but yet we're 4-3. So what's that say about our defense? Well, our defense actually gives up, 19.3 points a game, only because, Colorado, Michigan hung quite a few points on us. But the rest of the games have been, 13 points or less, I think.
Yeah.
So I think the over/under on this game is 40. So if I were gonna bet, I think I would take the under.
Yeah. I just think Purdue is one of those teams too that over the years just seem to always kind of give us a game. Like I don't think Saturday will be any different.
Yep.
No, I think if we can get the run game going in a moderate forward direction, that'll give us the best chance.
Yeah. And find some wide receivers off the street that we can throw to.
Or
I mean,
maybe not throw behind them.
Or that, or hit the guy that's wide open running down the seam,
or one of the two.
Yeah, I mean that would help,
right?
But I mean, can we muster up enough offense in this game? I mean, their defense, Purdue's defense is it's pretty good. I wouldn't call it a slouch by any means. It's better than Northwestern's. In Northwestern, we only had 250 total yards. So, I mean, that's kind of a bad sign. It seems like the offense is actually getting worse, but then again, like I said, a lot of that has to do with injuries.
Well, I think losing Piper is going to hurt because he was like, he actually, I think, was coming on this year.
Yeah. Piper, I thought was our best offensive lineman. Him and Scott, and then Scott got injured, but I guess he's all right. But then Corcoran, who took Corcoran's place? Does anybody remember?
I think Teddy's going to take it.
Is it Teddy? Yeah, and he's not even 100% healthy, so that's a little scary.
They say he's going to be 100 this week. Said he was like close, and that's why they're bringing him along.
Yeah,
but he should be full go Saturday.
Yeah. Well, what about is it Gunnar Gatula? Has he been playing at all, or is he just not?
I don't think so.
I don't remember hearing that name.
Who is it? Justin
Gatula and Sledge.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play at some point because we're running out of guys. And then I don't remember who that other guy that came in was.
Yeah, and the other guy that you're talking about that played with Justin Evan Jenkins.
There you go.
Yes.
I knew the Justin part.
He actually he looked fairly decent. So that was a good sign.
How many of the guys that got hurt last week are out for the year?
2.
2 on the offensive line.
Yep.
2 of the 3.
And Billy Kemp's out for 2 to 3 weeks.
What was his injury? I never really caught that.
I think it's ankle sprain. Does that sound right?
He looked like he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll be out for a few weeks. So literally we have
sprained MCL.
Is that what it was? So we have Alex Bullock is our only starting wide receiver start of the year. And now we got Malachi Coleman, true freshman, Jalen Lloyd, and Jaden Doss, all true freshmen. I mean, that's where we're at. It's they're gonna have to do some growing up this week.
Yeah. Tommy Hill back to defense predominantly then?
Yeah, you're not going to see it. Well, they might pull him out for a few gadget plays on the offense, maybe, just to kind of get possibly a spark if they can. I think it'd be a good idea
if somebody can hit him.
Well, that's another.
Well, you can
that's a whole nother issue.
You can just do a jet sweep with him.
There you go.
What's his name? The safety's coming back this week.
It's not Singleton because he's out for the year.
Buford, thank you.
Buford.
Okay. I know it's not Butler. Yeah, Buford's coming back. It'll be his first game, so we'll see how well he does in live action.
Yeah. Is Cam Lenhart still injured, or what's the deal on him? Is he
I think he came back this week.
I thought he played.
Yeah,
I didn't see much of him.
He's 11, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he played.
Good.
Not to change the game we're talking about, but just talking about Nebraska talent. Did anybody see the game that Xavier Watts or whatever his name is, Notre Dame had last week?
Yeah.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be nice to have him on the defensive side of the ball? I mean,
Yeah.
Is that Bellevue West kid?
Yeah. I think it's Bellevue.
I think so too.
Well, Xavier Betts was from Bellevue.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah.
wrong one. We needed the one with the X to start the name. So
And the one that wanted to play football.
yeah,
I mean, there's something else going on there, but I mean, to put in all that work to get eligible again,
Mhm.
just to quit before the
Season starts.
yeah.
Makes no
That
sense.
my thought is, hey, if your heart's not in this,
yeah.
get out. I mean, he's literally leaving money on the table.
Yep. Well,
NIL, well, just a scholarship. I mean, just to be able
Yeah.
to graduate with no debt.
I think he still has doesn't he still have the scholarship or not? Or do they kick him off
He
right
might
away?
have it for this semester, but they can yank it in the spring
Right.
and give it to somebody else.
And they will.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what his situation is, but I mean, even student loans. I'm like, you could have graduated with 0 student loans and a little bit of money in your pocket, or you're going to graduate with a bunch of student loans and no money in your pocket. So
Yep. Well, my guess is once he's out of out of scholarship, he'll probably just leave. Most likely.
well, I wouldn't be surprised if he's left already.
Yeah, I mean that's what he could very well be gone.
Yeah. But who knows?
What you got there, T? Anything for us? Can you hear us?
I think
Right
a lot
there?
of times they do tend up. I think they do end up honoring their scholarships.
Yeah, they do.
But it's just hard. It's hard for me to understand that though, because I mean, he came there on a football scholarship. What about? Isn't there a deserving walk on that you could maybe give that to next year?
Yep.
Yeah, but if the kid's got mental health, personal things going on, there could be a lot of stuff going on with his family. There's so much stuff behind the scenes that we don't know that I don't think they're gonna pull the kid and take away his ability to keep going to school for some personal things going on. I don't think they just quit on him like that.
He quit on them technically.
It's true.
Yeah, I get it.
Twice. But anyway,
All right. Sorry, I don't mean to keep rushing you guys, but with this being so laggy, let's just get to our over unders. And then before we take off, I forgot to ask Adam's question that he had last week. It's an NFL one, so we'll touch on that before we head out.
Okay. So you want some over unders, huh? Okay. Let's go. Rushing yards for Nebraska. We average 195 right now, which is 20th best in the country. They average giving up 153, which is pretty high, 80th in the country. So, much like Northwestern, not the best run defense, but it didn't really, I thought we were going to go for well over 200 yards last week, but we didn't. Let's just set it at one. Let's do 178. 178. Over under 178 rushing yards.
I'll go. I'm going to go under, and that's mostly because of the injuries on the line. I mean, the line wasn't that good before, and I think Purdue knows that we can't pass the ball, so they're going to kind of load the box, and so I'm going to go under.
Yeah, I'm going to go under too. Just same reasons. Line. So and just the season so far.
T? No? Nothing? I don't think he can hear us. Okay, I'll be the only one. I'll just say screw it. I'll go over, even though I don't know. Maybe we'll get 200 this week. I don't know. All right, passing yards. Let's do. We average 133, which is 125th in the nation. How many teams are there? Is there 129, 131 somewhere in there?
Like 131, 132, I think.
Yeah, so we're almost dead last there. They give up 241 passing yards a game, which is not good. It's actually really bad. It's 91st in the country. 133. Are we going to get? Man, I feel like the passing yardage keeps going down every game. How many did we have last week? Like, did we have 100? I don't even know if we had 100. But
I quit paying attention.
Yeah,
know we
I
had
think
8
I'll.
completed passes.
Yeah, so I'll just go at. Let's just do our average at 133. 133 over under.
I'm gonna go under
Under.
again.
Everybody's doing under.
I'll go over.
Get one
We're
miracle
gonna get
pass.
like 132.
Get one miracle pass to Malachi again.
Yep. We're gonna get one long pass, and we're gonna get like 132, 133.
Okay. Rushing yards for Purdue, they average 139. We give up 76.6, which is 4th in the country. Very impressive. Let's go over under 95 for Purdue rushing yards.
I'm gonna say under. I just think the defense is dialed in against the run. Hutmacher and even number 9 Robinson is just been. He's not getting a lot of tackles, but man, he's pushing his guys back, and I think that's gonna.
He's doing his job, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's opening it up for the rest of the defense to come in and get the guy.
We're gonna hold him to 75-ish yards rushing.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go under just because Ty and Polar Bear are just doing their job. If 2 people can eat up 4 guys, then you got 2 linebackers and the Joker or whatever he is being able to rush that and read that, then yeah.
I think T's just gonna stare at
Under.
He doesn't know what the question is. He's just going under.
Okay.
Are you going under over there?
All right, pass yards for Purdue.
Oh my
they
god!
average-
I hope the fucking audio is at least good to take audio only on this.
It's gonna be bad. Pass yards for Purdue, they average 232. We give up quite a bit, 237. So over under 235 for Purdue.
I'm gonna say push. I think that's where they're gonna make their hay if they make any. So
I'm gonna go with under. I think that our defensive line is going to give our defensive backs times to cover people, and they're not going to be able to cover them or get to them.
So you could see a game where we hold them under 300 yards
Under.
total.
Yep.
I like it.
Under shitty
Okay.
weather.
I thought it was just supposed to be cold. We were talking about that earlier.
I'll look it up here, maybe.
All right.
supposed
Let's
to rain.
do. I think that changed. Let's do turnovers. So, how many? What do we have? 3 turnovers last week? Was it 3? I don't know. Either way, we're averaging a shit ton of turnovers a week. Over under 2.5 turnovers for Nebraska. They give up the ball 2.5 times.
Before I get there, Saturday in Lincoln is supposed to be cloudy and colder. High of 39, 80% chance of rain.
Oh,
They're calling it a passing shower too. Let's see the wind. We're going to have a 21 mile per hour max wind gusts.
whew, that's
It'll
gonna
be a little
rough.
frigid.
Yeah.
I got PM snow showers.
Over on the turnovers.
Anybody else?
So are these turnovers that we are causing, or that we are?
No, that
That we're
We're-
giving up.
we are a
Fumbling
turnover.
or we're
And
throwing a
it's-
pick.
It's 2.5. We're going over on that.
I mean, I think we average over 2.5 at this point.
especially if we have another quarterback come in for a couple reps.
I don't think it matters what quarterback comes in. Okay, let's do how many sacks does the defense get? We average almost 3.5 a game, which is actually 8th best in the country.
Wow.
Yeah. And they give up 2.5 a game. So over under well shit, I guess we'll just do 2.5, over under 2.5.
Oh, over.
Over. 9, 6.
Over.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else. Is there anything you guys can think of? Let me think here.
Over under on injuries.
So I was just about to say, last one's going to be over under on injuries. Let's put it at 1.5.
Too soon.
Too soon. It's all season. What are you talking about?
Every game.
Every game, somebody's gotten hurt.
Yep.
Like, seriously.
Fine.
We're going to be
over.
running. Yeah, we're going to be running with our scout team come Iowa.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's Iowa's scout team, too.
Their offense for sure.
Yeah. Their quarterback for sure. I mean, they're below Matt Herman.
Well, because that kid that come from Michigan, he's out for the year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Well, T, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. All right. Score
Okay.
prediction. It's gonna be a sloppy ass game. I'm gonna go with 12-10 Huskers.
Wow.
Shawn gave you his too, right? I think Shawn. I think it was 20-14 Nebraska.
Yeah.
Justin.
I'm gonna go
2017.
Oh, 2017. That was close.
I'm gonna go 12-9.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going to do Nebraska 27, Purdue 17.
Whew.
That's a lot of points.
Wild.
Defense is going to score one.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Let me do. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. Let's do 17-10 Nebraska.
All right.
All right. Adam's question, real quick, before we get out of here. Who will win MVP, and when did they start calling it the quarterback award and start crowding a true MVP? Well, I think this year we finally get a non-quarterback as MVP, and I'm going with CMC, Christian McCaffrey, and that's just not me being a homer.
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure?
They're only good when he plays.
Did he play the other night?
When was the last time a non-quarterback won it? I can't even think of that.
Well, let me find this. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Did CMC win it? Did Christian McCaffrey win it in Carolina?
No. The only one that won it didn't Cam Newton win it in Carolina, or did he? Can't remember.
Patrick, Tom, Cam, Lamar, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
There you go.
Okay, so it's been over 10 years. So that's when it started becoming a quarterback award instead of a actual MVP award. I still think it's going to end that way this year. As of right now, I'm not sure who I would pick as MVP. Gosh, that's tough.
Well, the way the year's going, a team looks great one week and then like shit the next. So, I mean, there's really no standout performers. I mean,
you're still going to have your Patrick Mahomes, possibly. I mean, Josh Allen, maybe. Not
Lamar's
really. I don't
looking
think-
good this year.
Yeah, Lamar looks good this year.
Hurts is playing like
Hurts.
crap off and on. I mean,
Yeah, but he's still going to be in the conversation. And I think when it boils down to the end of the year, it's
Ooh,
still going to
AJ
be.
Brown though. AJ Brown
I
could
know.
be in
Yeah.
contention for it.
Yes, but when it comes down to the end of the year, who are they going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about quarterbacks. They're not going to be talking about AJ Brown, CMC. None of those guys.
it's kind of like the Heisman too.
They
You know,
should.
anymore
Yeah.
it's like it's bullshit. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can put Travis
I
Kelce
mean-
in there because the Chiefs are a completely different team when Kelsey's
Mhm.
not in there.
Right.
When he's hurt, when he was hurt that game,
Right. Which makes, most valuable player makes the
Right.
most sense. So whose team would suffer the most? If that person were gone,
Yep.
who would suffer the most? And obviously Travis Kelce made them suffer, but then again, so would Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying a non-quarterback person,
Right.
you got to put Kelsey up there in that
Oh,
discussion.
yeah.
And I'm
He
being
should be.
I don't care.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Just
1,
like Andy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There
All
it
right.
is.
That it?
Woo! That was like 10 seconds.
Shut the fuck. Oh fuck. All right, let's get out of here. This sounds like shit.
We'll get better
Um,
internet.
If for
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
reason the audio, if for some reason
Sounds like
the
shit,
audio
I guess
is
we're
good
just
without all the
tossing
lag,
this
I'll
out.
post just audio only. But
all right. Well, thanks for having me, and go
We
Big Red,
might-
fellas.
Yep.
so
Go Big Red.
yeah, go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.